Today we've got Rivers Corbett. He's owner of the Rockstar Startup, and he's been working with us at LPW for what, 3, 4 years now?
Oh, geez. Yeah, at least that, Chris, if not longer.
Okay, excellent. So tell me just a little bit real quick, kind of why you became a business coach and just some of your strengths you think you have as a coach.
Yeah, my real reason that I became a business coach was out of pure frustration. I'm a firm believer that entrepreneurs are going to save the world, and yet the ability for them to get the right advice, the right instruction, the right foundational pieces has been really far and few between because the educational system has just sucked at providing them with that foundation. And so for me, that was the first thing that really piqued that. And the other one is that entrepreneurs really don't get a lot of respect, and that's my niche: startup entrepreneurs, those people that are in their first 5 years of their business, and they don't really get a lot of respect for what it is that they're trying to do. As a matter of fact, it's just the opposite. It's like people try to discourage them from doing what they're doing, and so
Yeah, for
if I
sure.
can help them build that foundation of success, so we can turn this around and 8 out of 10 businesses succeed rather than fail, then we've got a really cool business model happening. And the e-learning system through the Rockstar Startup, all the coaching that I've been getting through Carl and all the gang, it's just been absolutely phenomenal and helping me build that foundation with other people.
Yeah, for sure. So what about your coaching business has changed since coming on with LPW?
Yeah, well, like any business, things evolve, and I think that's the first thing you got to go into this with a mindset that the business pivots all the time. You got to adjust, and you got to having the ability to move forward. So what my business was 4 years ago is definitely what it is different than what it is today because of the advances of technology, the new ways to coach, new ways to connect with people, just the different ways to market the coaching business has changed, and I guess that's. It's a general answer, but that's what good business people do. They evolve, they adjust, they pivot based on the needs of the business. And so I'm a much more educated coach on how to not only coach but also how to market my business now than I was 3 to 4 years ago. I mean, and if the system wasn't good, I sure the heck wouldn't be hanging around.
Yeah, well, that's true. Not worth sticking around if you're not getting anything out of it, right?
Right on.
So, kind of along that lines, as far as being able to generate more leads, things like that for your coaching business, what changes have you seen in that with using the e-learning system and just everything kind of that you've learned in the coaches training with Adrian, social media training with Carl?
Yeah. Yeah. So what has really changed again is, and I keep getting back to general answers, but in each coaching business differs. For me, what I've really learned along the way is how to build leads that in a process that, I mean, there's all kinds of processes that I can do, but because the e-learning system has got such a vast array of options to really connect with my strategy, but also my strengths, I'm able to dig into that and really adapt those tools that the e-learning system provides and bring them into what's important to me in my coaching business. Because although it's the e-learning system, digging deep into that, it becomes very personalized, and that is such a cool thing where I can build a system or a business that I'm comfortable in building and still matches what the strategy of the business is. So all of that is really how that's changed. So you get into joint ventures, social media training, so on. All of those things are out there. But how I find the things that are important to me in my business and get the results I want, that's what I love about it.
Awesome. Are you getting more qualified leads, you think, out of the social media training and coaches training and things like that? Are you finding more qualified business owners than maybe what you did in the past?
Yeah, I have, because I'm a big social media guy anyway. I'm not the type that has to meet face to face with people, and so learning how to utilize those tools has significantly allowed me to, one, fine tune my tribe. So now I'm really talking to the people that are wanting to listen to me, and then being able to provide them with value accordingly. So by developing those strategies and using the tactics that are in the e-learning system, I've been able to one, as I say, identify that tribe, learn to speak of that tribe, and then start to bring them value propositions. So then they're just naturally responding to me with interest in doing business with me. So, the direct answer is yes. That's how it's all happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything in particular, like maybe one or two things specifically that kind of got that change for you and showed you a little bit better approach or more straightforward approach to finding the qualified leads and the actual business owners that you want to work with? Yeah,
there's two answers to that question. First, the first one is that the guys never gave up on me. That's what I loved about them, is that they saw a talent and they kept trying to work with me to help me find my strength, my focus, my strategy, which is just awesome. And so that's the first thing. The second thing is that I've become much more focused on using LinkedIn as an example of finding specific leads.
Yeah.
Facebook is a great tool for hanging out and socializing and
sure.
talking about ice cream and what the kids are doing. But that LinkedIn focus that Carl specifically is so focused in and so adamant it brings value, that's understanding the strategy behind LinkedIn and using the tools that are there has really helped me do and enhance the networking that I'm doing, but also getting the results that I want. So
awesome.
That would be one area that I've really enjoyed learning about.
Good. As far as actually, so aside from the leads, kind of jumping over to the clients themselves, are you finding it easier to coach your clients with having the e-learning system? I mean, is that simplifying things for you a little bit as far as how efficiently you're able to coach them?
Yeah, well, it's the common denominator, and I'll tell you a couple of cool things. What I love about the e-learning system is one, it's the common denominator that I can always use as the engine of the car, if I could call it that, to keep bringing people back to. And of course, they own it 24/7. So that's the beauty
right.
of my coaching business, is I don't have to be there 24/7.
Which is a huge benefit.
And so it's a win-win situation. I get to reference something that's with them 24/7, and they get to have it 24/7. And of course, it works. That's the other beauty of it. There's confidence in being able to do that. And I just recently, actually, I'm starting a gig, a deal, an opportunity with an organization called Startup Canada. It has over 100,000 members to it that are all in the startup entrepreneur world. And one of the attractive points that they loved about the coaching model I was bringing to them, and I'm looking for other e-learning coaches to join me in serving these people, but it's this consistent e-learning model that everybody gets taught the exact same way with that fundamental base through the e-learning system. And that they love that, so that they know what their clients are going to get for the
right.
services we offer them, and that's the one common denominator. We may use it all differently, but it's still the one common denominator. It's still
That's the beauty of it too, is that it does give you that flexibility to make it yours. You're not put into this box of, if you don't use it this way, then it's not going to work. And that's one of the great things with, and you notice it with the Facebook groups too, with the interaction in it, it's like everybody has their own kind of unique spin on it. But when it all comes down to it, like you said, it's all still really based on just the fundamental teachings of marketing for a small business. And so you're right. I mean, it does give everybody kind of that confidence and that, self-assurance that this is something that works, and it's something that all small businesses desperately need, especially when you're talking about startups, for instance.
Yeah.
I mean, those are, the percentages on failures of startups is pretty high, and so it's like you said, there's lack of resources for them, and so that's a great part of it. Do you feel like you're retaining clients a little bit longer or in an extended circumstance now with having the e-learning system and having that year-long teaching of the fundamentals and things like that? Do you feel like it's benefited you anyway in retaining those clients?
Yeah, well, there's always going to be this percentage of clients that say they're going to do stuff and then they don't act on it.
Right.
So you lose the proverbial 20% that are just going to be like that. But what I'm finding is most clients are committed to the journey, and it's all how you position it in the beginning. It's not about an email a week or go on in and see what's in the ad library. No, it's ultimately how you position, what the program's all about, the commitment that's needed for 52 weeks. It's about building the foundation of a house, and brick by brick, you're going to learn how to do it. And then you overlay that, the touch points, the personal touch points to keep people focused in on using the system. And I think, I'm not a very an in-depth coach in regards to, here's your list of 20 things you're going to do every single week. And so what I mean by that is that it allows me to touch, even if I'm not working in depth with them, I can call up Chris and I can say, hey, Chris, on a weekly basis, an email, hey, what's going on with your emails, your e-learning system, if I'm not doing one-on-one with them. So
right.
That's what I love about it. You can send somebody down that route. They don't need you there to get value from it. Obviously, there's more value if you get the one-on-one coaching to adjunct it. But I think if you're a touch point with it and you keep people focused on the value of it, then that's the critical point. And so I've been able to retain a lot of clients because of that simple focus.
Nice. So you've published some books, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel like that's like, think back prior to having the book and now that you have that title of published author, yeah. What do you think? Do you notice a significant difference in the kind of instant credibility that you have with a business owner just with that title of published author? Do you feel like that's been a significant change?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's in that gray area whereby I think if I didn't have it, that I might have more trouble getting a client,
right,
than what I have now. Can I say that? Oh my gosh, everybody's buying into Rivers' system because he's an author. Because every business owner should know. No, but it definitely adds. Like I've got an MBA also.
Right.
So, I can't say that people say, oh, Rivers has got an MBA. That's fantastic. That's why I'm going to buy his coaching system. But every little bit of credibility.
It's another layer. It's another layer to that credibility. Yeah. To just be able to say, I'm the expert. I'm the expert on this topic.
Yeah. And if you and of course, hey, and when my clients sign up, they get a copy of the book, right? It's
perfect.
It's just out there knowing I got to buy that. No, that's all part of the process.
Right, and it's better than a business card too. Business cards end up in the circular file a lot of times, right? So not too many people are getting rid of books, so that keeps them, that keeps you in front of mind as well too. So, how much of an increase in coaching revenue have you seen since you came on board with this? It's been a while, obviously, since you jumped on board with LPW, but what kind of an increase have you seen in your revenue?
Yeah, so this is an honest answer. Am I hearing? You get a bit of feedback happening there?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure I'm hearing a bit on mine, but as long as you're good. To me, when I got involved with it, I played with the LPW system. I didn't really dive into it and grasp strategies and so on. And it's just within the last 6 or 7 months that I've said, no, I'm going to really take advantage of this asset that I've got in my hand, attach it to the credibility that I have, and start to build some clientele. And so, make a long story short, this last weekend I signed up 18 people into the e-learning system.
Awesome.
So, when you apply the fundamentals and you're committed to doing them, the magic happens. So that's what I can tell you. When I don't apply it, nothing happens. I would have thought 18 clients came in my pocket.
Right.
Why didn't I do this earlier? Right.
And
in fairness to me, I'm an entrepreneur and I've been building other businesses too.
Right.
And so now my coaching business.
Good. Excellent.